Adam Wright. I'm a British distance swimmer who will graduate in 2024. Here are some videos of my races. If you would like to know more about me, feel free to contact us. I look forward to hearing from you.
The start of Heat 3 in the men's 400 metre freestyle. The best time that we've seen so far, 4 minutes 21. Of course, they're all battling to try and get into those finals later on this afternoon. And in lane 0, we have from the city of Peterborough, Daniel Moises. From lane 1 at Winsford Swimming Club, it's Adam Wright. In lane 2, from Barnet Coptal, Kenechukwu Harris Eze. Lane 3 from Barchester Bluefins, Jacob Pillinger. Lane 4 from Northumberland and Durham, Shea Wood. In lane 5 from Grantham, Owen Halfway. In lane 6 from Clevedon, Jamie Steadman. In lane 7 from Gravesend and Northfleet, Thomas Long. In 8 from Nova Centurion, Ruben Fox. And in lane 9 from Maidenhead, Anton Supert. So a range of 15 and 16-year-olds in this third heat. All doing their utmost best to try and get themselves in a position later to win one of those medals. At the moment, it's Steadman out in front, half a second faster than Pillinger. Those two, though, in different categories, but coming in to around the halfway mark, it's neck and neck between about 3 of the lanes. Moises in 0, Pillinger and Steadman. At the 200-metre mark, touching that wall first, it is Steadman. We have now a second gap to lane 6 of Jamie Steadman for Clevedon. And then in second at the minute, or third should I say, in lane 2 is Kenechukwu Harris Eze from Barnet Coptal. Moises got a sizable lead at the moment by about 10 feet difference, I'd say, at the moment. Coming in to the final length now. Moises turns around, pushes away, and gives himself a nice 2-second gap to Harris Eze in lane 2. Steadman dropping down to third fastest, which is a bit of a shock on the cards, with the fastest being Moises in lane 0. You normally see the front runners and the favourites in those inside lanes, but it is Moises in lane 0 who's going to get there with the fastest time that we've seen in these heats, and his personal best by 10 seconds, 4 minutes 18 seconds and 59.
So no swimmer in lane 3 for this 5th heat. But we have Adam Wright from Winsford in lane 0. Nathan Lockett from City of Salford in lane number 1. Matthew Warburton from Warrington. He goes in lane number 2. No one in 3, as I said. Mark Milburn goes for Colchester. In lane number 4, Matthew Money from City of Cambridge goes in 5. Benjamin Rogers from Richmond Dales in lane 6. Samuel Littler from Derventio in 7. Nathan Chapman from Mount Kelly in 8. And Daniel Fielder from Gloucester City in lane 9. So Benjamin Rogers first over in at 101.89, very similar to that previous heat. when we saw very fast time, the fastest time we have seen in all of the heats, 8:51.12, posted by Sonny Thomas. He was right out on his own at the front of the field there for a long period of time, but no one at this stage, this very early stage, is making the move and opened up any sort of gap between them and the rest of the field. Good target that is for the 16-year-olds though. Two 16-year-olds in this one. In the outside lanes, Adam Wright in 0 and Daniel Fielder in lane number 8. Those are your two 16-year-olds. Keep an eye on their times. Again, they're looking like they're going to have to go sub 9 minutes to be in with a shout of the medals, these 16-year-olds. So we'll keep an eye on their progress. Adam Wright going really well down there in lane 0. He's looking the most likely at the moment. He might well even lead the whole field in here. Nathan Lockett goes over first to do that, but we shall see. 4:25.09 for Lockett. We are, well, probably looking, we saw an 8:51 in that previous heat. We're probably looking at this stage and something around about an 8:55. Gonna have to pick up the pace in the second half if they are going to challenge the times that have been set. We'll get them under the 9-minute mark though, and those two swimmers will be delighted with those performances if they can do that. So 4, 5, 6 swimmers pretty much contending at the front. 4 swimmers right there and 2 swimmers chasing. Going to be very, very tight indeed here. Right across the pool, lane 0 and 1, Adam Wright, Nathan Lockett. Lane 5 is Matthew Money. Lane 8 is Nathan Chapman. Who's going to be first over? 4 swimmers all in a row there. In those previous heats, Chapman has really picked up the pace here in that last 100. Going along around about 107 pace. He's improved that by a second or so. Chapman looking good here. He's opened up a body length advantage now. 2 swimmers chasing him. Nathan Chapman, Matthew Money just in second position. Nathan Lockett in 3rd place. And it looks like Benjamin Rogers just got ahead of Adam Wright now as they're coming into the closing stages here. What's the time going to be? Are we going to see a challenge to the time in that previous heat? The older swimmer, I think he is going to set the target for the 18 years plus. Nathan Chapman comes in now in 8:51.64. Good swim from him. Fastest from the 18 years plus. Matthew Money.
So heat number 2, lane number 1 is Casey Liu, lane 2 is Elliot Mitchell, lane 3 is Emil Dawkins, lane 4 is James Ross, lane 5 is Adam Wright, lane 6 is Shane Whiteley, lane 7 is Alex Hornby, and lane 8 is Devon Fernie Knight. So, as it has been for the majority of this heat, it is the City of Salford's James Ross in lane 4 who's out in front. Alright, we have finalists for you from the women's 200 metres freestyle. In the 16 years and underage group, your finalists, Kerry Henney, Amelie Bloxage, Eleanor Kay, Mia Burslem, Madison Wrens, Alice Volkovaya, Mia Mason and Jamie Lee Tyson. Your reserve finalists are Evie Cutter and Jasmine Belazis. So as he makes his way under the flags to touch, James Ross, 2:12.87, pretty much on the money with his entry time there. Just under by 6/100. Second was Adam Wright.